Welcome back to the channel, folks. It's me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2. Like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. I got several great clips here for you today. I got a couple from Dan Scavino. Got a little bit of breaking news information about the shooter on the roof. Actually, just more video footage from a different angle of him popping his head up and crawling down the roof. Brand new out as of this morning. Um, Trump had a rally, is having a rally today, and it's off the chain with the amount of people there. I'm talking thousands and thousands of people as usual, but we've definitely got all kinds of information coming out for you today. Just so stick around, folks. It's guaranteed to be a little bit informative and definitely entertaining. First thing we're going to get into is Kamala Harris had Megan the Stallion. I don't know who that is, but Megan the Stallion, rapper lady, up there doing kind of a intro mini concert before Kamala Harris come on stage at one of her rally events. And then it wasn't too long after Megan finished, and Cackling Kamala gets up there and decides she's going to do her whole spiel. And it wasn't long, and people started getting up and walking out. There were a lot of people there that were probably there to just see Megan, and not so much the Kamala. Just from this little 15-second video clip that kind of gives you that impression that not everybody is in that audience is there because they love Cackling Kamala, otherwise known as Hills Up Harris. Let me shrink me down over here in the corner real quick. Like I said, I got several clips I'm going to bring y'all today. I've got some information from Dan Bongino as well. Lots of good video clips, folks, so stick around. You can hear Cackling Kamala talking. Here in Illinois voice. That was just one clip, but there's several clips out there of people just getting up and walking out. No doubt about it. Turning Point Action actually is the one that brought this out today. But there is so much going on Twitter today. First off, we'll play a little bit of inspiration from today at the rally. American flag blowing in the wind, flying over Herb Brooks National Hockey Center in St. Cloud, Minnesota today during the Trump rally. Let me fix my screen real quick for you folks. So I'm going to put this up right here like this. I did.
47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. And we will bring our country back together, bigger, better, bolder, brighter, happier, stronger, freer, greater, and more united than ever before. And together we will win, win, win.
I have never, ever been prouder of President Trump, of my president, than when he stood up with blood all over his face and he raised his fist in defiance and he shook his fist.
They're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moving.
He's not meant to be stopped. He's meant to help fix this country.
On November 5th, 2024, we will take back our country and we will make America great again.
Well, Trump's been cranking out the commercials lately, and Dan Scavino's been cranking out the commercials as well, and the parodies, the memes about Cackling Kamala. And I think the Trump team is doing a great job of getting their message out there, even with Google doing their search engine BS, trying to suppress Donald Trump stories and suppress the assassination attempt. Even if half of mainstream media and all of the platforms that are not free speech platforms shut down the rhetoric, people are not going to forget who they're going to vote for come November. So folks, we've got less than 100 days. We're on a countdown. That's a good thing. I'm ready. Now, did y'all hear, as of this morning, Trump suggested that seniors should not have to pay taxes on their Social Security. How many seniors do you know that are not probably registered to vote, are not going to vote, don't think their vote matters? I guarantee you, if you know any seniors that don't like Trump or that just don't vote in general, if you tell them that their Social Security check could be bigger under Trump, you may have to get them registered to vote. That's just what I see, folks. That is a winning plan. Between not taxing the tips on waitresses and bartenders and people in the service industry, and taking the tax off of Social Security, it should be your money. You shouldn't have to get taxed on the front end and the back end for the first thing. But truth be known, between those two policies, I think Trump will gain more voters. So get the word out there, folks. If you have anybody in your family that's elderly that doesn't think voting matters, ask them if they want to make more money next year on their Social Security check by being able to not pay taxes. It's a bold move and it's a great move. Now, as the left this week seemed to think the word weird is a good thing. Somehow or another, all Trump supporters are weirdos, or Trump is weird, or JD Vance is weird. It was weird how 120 plus times MSNBC and CNN used the word weird over a couple of days. I mean, where do they get their talking points? I don't know, but it's obviously the same place. There's many compilations about this today and yesterday about the word weird, how it's being carpet bombed. Now, they call us weird because we believe in family, freedom of speech, Second Amendment rights, closed borders, normal things. These people is what I would call weird. These are probably Democrats or future Democrats. But when I think of weird, I think of people like these right here. I don't think of Republicans in red hats, conservatives in red hats. You get the picture. The blue-haired freak shows are barking at somebody in opposition to God knows what. Uh, that's weird to me, folks. Loving your country, not weird. Not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris, not weird. Just the facts, folks. Now, we've got Dan Bongino coming up here. It's a little bit more of a serious subject, and this needed to be said. I'm glad he said it. This here is as good as it gets, considering we now have more information and video out of the shooter popping his head up over the building.
Bus. So much. The agent is still on protective visits. Are you kidding? Folks, I'm throwing myself under the bus. So much happened yesterday that one just blew over my head with all of the other disastrous bombshells that came out of this. And Ron Rowe himself, the director, can't seem to figure out now who made the decision. I'm telling you, I did this for a living. Here is who made the decision to put their fingerprint on this failed security plan that led to a murder and multiple shootings. The site agent at the scene from the Pittsburgh field office and a supervisor who did the walkthrough, likely from that Pittsburgh field office. That's who. There's no other people involved. That's who did it. Ron Rowe knows that. He just doesn't want to tell you that because he's busy covering everything up in his history and others of withholding security assets from the Trump campaign. They're too busy with the cover-up to actually give you real answers.
Damn. That is revealing, folks. I had to share that. It's a sickening message to what's happened. Now, this here is the video footage I was telling you about, which just came out today. If you look up here at the very top of the screen, this guy right here, you see the red circle? This is why Trump is speaking. Turn the volume up.
The world will see a vibrant Republican Party.
He's getting in position right there. He's crawling across the roof. Now he's in position.
The world will see a vibrant Republican Party.
Damn. That was just a few seconds before it happened, folks. Now this here, we're going to get into a little bit of cackling Kamala. This here is actually a great video clip here. Let me see if I can get the whole clip in there. Alrighty, without having to change my screen up. All right, here we go. Perfect.
2024.
I love these parodies about Kamala Harris because they're all true and they're all damning as could be.
I'm Kamala Harris, and this is my rebranding. I get it. Until now, Americans have seen me as that childless Karen that always has too many drinks at the cocktail party, and you don't have the heart to tell my husband Doug that he's a whipped beta male married to an insufferable witch. Look, I get it. I'm unlikable. I'm inauthentic. I say crazy shit.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. When we talk about the children of the community, they are the children of the community. You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
And yes, okay, I was the border czar. And so even though I might have been a bad vice president, what I do have is ambition. You would not believe what I would do for this country. Oh, who am I kidding? If you vote for me, you're as cringe as Chuck Schumer.
We are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm clapping. You don't have to.
Let's all see what can be, unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean the Biden-Harris administration. Vote Trump 2024. Let's make America great again.
I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did, folks. All right, we're going to go on with another one. This one here is Trump. This is a good one. The story of Trump.
And I'm going to tell you the future. I'm going to look you in the eyes, and I'm going to tell you the future. It's an American story, and that's why Americans are going to love it. People are going to build you up. God, are they going to? Because when you're great and new, we love you. Man, we'll build you into something that doesn't even exist. You're going to change the fucking world. But you know what? Once they've built you as high as they possibly can, they're gonna tear you back down. It's the most predictable pattern. We build you into something that doesn't exist, and that means you have to try to be that thing. All day, every day. That's how it works. And we do it again, and again, and again. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna be attacked, betrayed, exposed, and humiliated. And you'll survive that. A lot of people can climb that mountain. It's the way down that breaks them. Because that's the moment when you are truly alone. And what will you do then? Can you summon the will to fight on through all the pain and rise again? That will be the defining question of your life. And I think you already know the answer. And that's why we're all here. A shoe is just a shoe. Until somebody steps into it, then it has meaning. The rest of us just want a chance to touch that greatness. And we need you in these shoes, not so you have meaning in your life, but so that we have meaning in ours. Everyone will be forgotten as soon as our time here is up. Except for you. You're gonna be remembered forever. Because some things are eternal. And your story is gonna make us fight and never give up.
Wow. Definitely inspirational. I love it, folks. There's several more here for you. Let me go back to my profile page. Scroll back down to where I was at. See if I can find where I was at. Apologize, folks. Apologize. So here we go. Now this is a short clip here, but even the Amish know what time it is.
And the same on the game. Hey, Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, keep the energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop. Tell you we ain't the same on the game.
Hope I don't get a copyright strike behind that, but I just had to show you all that. Even the Amish are on Team Trump now. Now, this is about the most cringeworthy Kamala video I have seen today, and I will leave this as the last video of the day, folks. As far as crazy Kamala, no, I take that back. I got one more for you after this one. We'll go ahead and start with this one.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal. This is America's border czar.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's our border czar, and she ain't worth a crap. That's just all I know for a fact at this point. Now, I got a little bit of Jesse Waters here as well. He's trashing Kamala over her wicked policies. I could jump in at any point in this 6 or 7 minute clip, and it's all about the same. But there's a few statistical facts going on in here that I thought were really interesting, including the fact that most of these spending packages that we are suffering through right now, which caused all this inflation, Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote on that stuff. No doubt about it. All right, let's get into Jesse Waters and see what he had to say about Kamala. Let me resize the screen, make sure we're all good. All right. Perfect. All right.
Democrats are now realizing they might have made a big mistake.
Look, she's going to get slaughtered. They're coming out. They're coming, and this is just part of the, no different than it was any other time. And they have got to get up and get ready, and they've got to be able to defend and attack at the same time. There's going to be a time of struggle of definition as to who Vice President Harris is. And we better be ready for that.
That's a great question. Who is Kamala Harris? Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, I am radical. I do believe that we need to get radical about what we are doing and take it seriously.
Now, these are some damning clips of nothing but Kamala's own words being used against her on Fox News. While at the same time, Fox News promotes Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris is a San Francisco radical, tagged as the most liberal senator to the left of Bernie Sanders. And if she gets her hands on America, she'll empty the prisons.
I absolutely am without any question committed to reducing the prison population. I'm not going to commit to a specific number because I want to make sure I can meet it. But I am committed to drastically reducing our prison population.
Kamala doesn't want to lock up more criminals, and the criminals who are already locked up, she wants to let them out early. And if you're on death row for murder, she wants to let you vote.
People who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation.
Kamala wants.
Wow. This lady's crazy. She is more progressive, more flip-floppy than anybody I have ever seen as far as being able to just change policies according to the next news conference. Kamala Harris has got more flip-flops than Kmart. That's what Greg Gutfeld said this morning. There's no doubt about it. This lady is on team progressive, destroy America. But she is also flexible to the will of the deep state since day one. Since she became the hot call queen of California. When she was hanging out with Willie Brown, 66-year-old Willie Brown, when she was 29 years old, getting all her borderly positions, that got her into the Senate in California and got her as a district attorney as well. Go figure.
Wants ballot harvesting inside of prisons. She also wants to defund the police.
It is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
Where do you stand on defund the police?
Look, right. So here's the thing. Defund the police. The issue behind it is that we need to reimagine how we are creating safety.
So when the prisons are emptied and the police are defunded, she wants to seize your guns so you can't defend yourself.
What would you do about the millions of specifically assault weapons that are already in circulation. What do you do about those?
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program.
Mandatory buyback program. That means they're going to come to your house, knock on your door, kick in your door, and say, we're taking those guns, and those guns, and here's some change for you. This is what you deserve. No, this is never going to work. America's never going to go for this. And I think any gun-loving American that is not registered to vote needs to hear this clip on the loop over and over again, just so they can be reminded why they have the right to own guns and who's trying to prevent that.
Mandatory buyback means the government knocks at your door, takes your rifle, and mails you a tiny check. Your home won't be protected, and neither will the border.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
So it's not a crime to break into the country in Kamala's America. But if you do and you rape a kid, ICE won't pick you up because ICE will be gone.
I think there's no question that we've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing. And we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Well, you might as well start from scratch, too, because your job will be gone. Kamala Harris.
That's the defund the border czar right there.
Backs AOC's Green New Deal and wants to ban American natural gas exploration.
I am offering a Green New Deal that has been described as one of the most aggressive and progressive.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
Would you ban offshore drilling?
Yes.
The Green New Deal taxes cow flatulence, spends billions on solar-powered airplanes, seems safe, and sends millions of American energy jobs to China. And after your job's gone, she wants to take away your private health insurance, too.
You support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Kamala.
Wow. I've heard enough of Kamala today. Full clip is over on Jesse Waters. Radically dangerous. Kamala Harris, flat out crazy. And like I said, crazy Kamala has been trending on Twitter all day long. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of different clips of the things that she said, including, like this right here, was a compilation of many things that she said that just make her a bad candidate, make her a progressive left-wing loony, makes her one of those weirdos at the beginning of the video with the blue hair barking at the people they're calling weird on the other side, which is us, the conservatives. These people are freak shows, every single one of them. They've all got skeletons in their closet. They're corrupt. They're perverted. And for a fact, they're all a bunch of phonies hiding behind a bunch of masks. And they're robbing us blind while they do it. We've got to get these folks out. That's why I encourage everybody to vote. And like I said, if you know anybody that is elderly that is getting Social Security and that does not vote, you now have an incentive and a direction to go at them to try to get them to register and show up in November. We got to do this, folks. That's all I got for you today, folks. I hope everybody enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and share. Over and out.